A tree produces many fruits but selflessly offers them to others. All year round, the tree dutifully offers shade and shelter regardless of mistreatment by man or animal. Even when a tree is cut, it grows back with determination and strength, ready to serve the world again. The tree and qualities of a tree give us profound insight into the art of living in this world while simultaneously remaining completely aloof. Chapter 3 defines the practice of karma yoga, the technique of achieving spiritual connection with God through our daily work. Describing the life of true karma yogi, the Bible also affirms, be in the world but not of it. Yagyarthar karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sanga samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage. T stands for Tyaga or renunciation, R stands for Rung on the yoga ladder, E stands for exemplary, and E stands for enemy of the soul. T, Tyaga, renunciation, takes us through verses 1 to 9. At first, Arjuna displays the typical confusion of an immature spiritualist. He thinks spirituality means retirement from active life and adoption of asceticism in strict seclusion. Often, the easiest response in times of difficulty is one of escapism. Worldly life entails awkward dealings with money, possessions, people, and career, to name but a few. How can such a lifestyle be compatible with spiritual goals? Krishna explains that true renunciation does not entail a mere abandonment of worldly duties. True renunciation is to give up the mentality that one is the controller and enjoyer of all his deeds. Thus, by offering the results of one's daily work, money, knowledge, influence, etc. to God, knowing God to be the ultimate enjoyer and controller, one achieves a real state of renunciation. Verses 10 to 16 take us on the yoga ladder, R for rungs. To work without any selfish motivation whatsoever is undoubtedly an advanced stage of spiritual realization. Thus, Krishna explains how to progress to such a level. He describes a yoga ladder with different rungs, which represent progressively higher levels of understanding. On the lowest level, an individual is solely interested in materialistic enjoyment and has no spiritual inclination. One state higher is karma kanda, where one still desires material enjoyment, but now tries to achieve it via religious observances. When one realizes the futility of material enjoyment, they progress to sakama karma yoga, where one begins to offer a portion of his results to God, but still maintains some material motivation. At the next stage of nishkama karma yoga, one accepts whatever necessities he requires to maintain himself and offers everything else to God. Those who progress to this level of spirituality break free from all karmic implication and become peaceful and liberated. Verses 17 to 35 take us to the theme of E, exemplary. Thus, karma yoga is outlined as the practical process by which one overcomes his material attachments through working in the world. So what about one who has achieved perfection through karma yoga? Do they need to continue working? Can they retire and simply meditate on God now that they are free of all selfish motivation? Krishna explains how perfected spiritualists continue working in the world for the sole purpose of setting the proper example for others to follow and be inspired by. Verses 36 to 43 take us through the theme of the enemy of the soul, E. After hearing about this practical and logical process, the natural reaction is an enthusiastic resolve to dedicate oneself to it. But Arjuna asks Krishna, in life, even though I know the best course of action, what is it that impels me time and again to act improperly and against my good intelligence? Krishna then explains, The root cause of this phenomena is the eternal enemy of the aspiring spiritualist, lust. The inherent quality of the soul is to love, to selflessly serve without any personal agenda. However, when the soul descends to this world, that pure love perverts into lust, and one ceaselessly tries to enjoy in a self-centered way without proper regard for others. The way of lust impels one to seek immediate gratification and abandon activities that actually benefit them. In this way, lust cheats one of a progressive and happy life and offers only meager, instantaneous and temporary gratification in return. Evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhyatmanam 𝙲𝚘𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚗 mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Thus, knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses, mind and intelligence, O mighty armed Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, Krishna consciousness, and thus, by spiritual strength, conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust.